Hello, everyone. I'm John Bodie. And as we move towards Thanksgiving and the end of the semester, I thought I'd do a real quick summary of some time management tools that you could use to possibly help you in this last run at the end of the semester. Okay, so let me do some screen share here and we'll get through it real quick. All right. So there's a lot of tools that you can use. The ones that I really like is going from the broad to the specific. And the first tool would be the big picture, which is really the whole semester, right? Trying to get a sense of what's going to go on for the whole semester. Now, we're almost all the way through the semester, but this is what the big picture actually looks like for the whole semester. And you can do a screenshot with this if you want. But we're way down here, we're way down at the bottom. This tool is going to give you a sense of the flow of your semester, or even the flow of what's going on for the rest of the semester, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to pick a color for each class, and I want you to go through your syllabi a little bit and just get a sense of the professor's priorities, right? What are the percentages? Not that I'm so focused on grades, but this will give you a really good sense of what the priorities of the professors are. And then take that syllabi and put what's left into the big picture. And this is what's left for this student. It looks like it's going to be popping, right? There's a lot of hot spots. The flow between now and the end of the semester is going to be pretty intense. But there might be a way for her to do some preliminary deadlines for a couple of the work assignments that she's going to do, so that she can be working up in here a little bit, up at the top here, right? Instead of down after Thanksgiving, where things might get really crazy after a while, okay? So that's what I'd like you to do first, is take a screenshot of the big picture, pick a color for each class, and then go through the syllabi and pick out the percentages, and then write down the due dates for what's left in the semester. And that's going to be the next, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, okay? So that's the first thing. And the big picture gives you the semester flow, okay? We're gonna be looking at flow. Now, the second tool is what I would call the weekly grind. And yes, it's a weekly grind because it has to do with routine, okay? The weekly grind is about routine. And this is what the weekly grind looks like. Here, I'll shrink it a little bit so that you can take a screenshot of that as well. And this is what I'd like you to do first. Number one, I want you to identify your sleep patterns. When is the best time for you to turn off all the screens and then go to bed? What is the best time for you to get up in the morning and start your day, and also put in meals? You have to have meals. These are the two most important things in your life right now, is sleeping and eating. If you don't do that, then your academics is going to go down, but more importantly, your mood, your mental health, as well as your physical health, is going to deteriorate, okay? So the first thing I want you to focus on in building a routine for the next 3 or 4 weeks is eating and sleeping patterns, okay? And I'd really like you to turn your screens off for at least an hour before you're ready to go into bed. You're gonna need some time to just bring everything down before you go to sleep, okay? And then set some alarms, right? For waking up and going to bed. So number two, okay, once you do that, I want you to put the external structures, right? Like live streaming classes, sorry about that, tutorial and office hours, and also family expectations. Put in the things that are going to be really routine, that are really externally structured for you, okay? And then you can actually plan on whether you're going to look like Zoom meeting audio only or Zoom meeting with video, okay? So that's the second thing that I want you to do, and this is what her weekly grind looked like with routines. The number three, what I'd like you to do is mark your free time in blocks so that you can build a routine for the asynchronous classes, readings, exercise, social life, downtime. She doesn't have a lot of extra time, right? With 4 classes going on, there is really not a lot of time. So her weekends are going to be full trying to do the work that she has to do for the next week. This is her routine for the next 4 weeks, right? Now, she's not going to do it perfectly. And you go from week to week, you might have to change some of the routine that you have. Okay? That's number 3. Now, once you get the big picture and the weekly grind, then you do the daily planner. And that's where the rubber meets the road, right? Now, the daily planner needs to really be up for the complexity of your life, right? Some people have daily planners that have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's no good. That's not up to the complexity of your life. That's just a to-do list for high school, okay? So what I'd like you to do is possibly look for a daily planner that is mobile, that is visual of the day so that you can see things, so that your right brain is processing the whole spatial evidence of your week. And it has to have space for a to-do list, of course, because you're going to be juggling a lot of different things, okay? So for me, what I really do when I work with students individually, when they come to my office hours or through my private practice, is we really use the weekly grind as the daily planner, right? Because if you take a look, it's mobile, right? It's visual of the day. You can see where things are going on, and it's really kind of space for a to-do list. Okay, so if you don't want to run out and buy, you know, a daily planner, which I don't think you really want to do that right now. What I'd recommend is just print out some weekly grinds and fill them out, or even fill them out with your routine and then print them off, right? But do it in color so that your brain is picking up the color. Okay, so this is just 2 weeks in the life of one of my students as things are coming up. But you see how the to-do list really helps to understand, okay, what big thing is going to come in. What I usually do is have people circle what's called deliverables. When you have to either give something in as a paper, take an exam, anything that's deliverable that you have to do, you circle so that it really jumps out at you. Okay, so that's the daily planner for her. So let's go back, get the big picture, right? For the next 4 or 5 weeks, the weekly grind, really focus on routine, building the routine, daily planner and to-do list so that you can move through each week individually and you know what things are coming up. Now with the big picture, you may want to put some preliminary deadlines for papers and projects and things like that so that you can actually work on things beforehand instead of when they come up and smack you in the face. Okay, so that is the real quick view of time management. I hope this was helpful. And just remember, we are all in this together, so let's help each other out and be kind. So if you can, check in with your friends, set up some Zoom appointments with friends so that nobody's feeling alone and isolated. Okay, I hope this was helpful to everyone. Let's see, I'm going to get out of here. I hope this was helpful to everyone, and we'll be putting up different little short videos to help you with some of the study strategies that we teach here at the Office of Disability Services. Okay, take care and be safe.